what would you consider the best shape of a perfect and also a worst leader in all our social endeavors?
My take is that leadership is pervasive and it should be at every level. And therefore, leadership is not about a position. So leadership is not found in a particular position.
Well, in your travels across Africa, have you come across modern leadership and management which is really at fault?
In fact, my own discovery is that few have taken up the modern way of leading, and those who have are succeeding. All things being equal, if you're going to use the right leadership paradigm and the right way of managing, you should do better than if you use the old way of managing.
What word of advice would you give? Because we hear of all sorts of conflicting statements. He's not a good leader, he's a bad leader, he's a good leader but he lacks this, no, he's got a good cabinet but he himself is bad, no, he's a good guy but the cabinet is, you know, there are all these stories that come up.
Yes.
If you were given an opportunity, people who are aspiring for political positions, what really would you tell them?
Part of the problem in all this is a lack of conceptual clarity. When people say this one's a good leader, is a bad leader, if you put 10 of them here and ask them, what exactly do you mean by leader or leadership? You probably get 10 answers, different answers. So the people don't have clarity, conceptual clarity on what a leader is. If I was speaking to those aspiring to, in this case, political leadership, I would want to ask them a very basic question. Like, why exactly do you want to go into that position? When you look at the energy that goes into people trying to win office, I mean, people will go to any extent, the fights break out, people will bribe and they will corrupt others just to win the position. You find politicians taking out loans for campaigns. So you think I would take a loan to campaign to be a servant? That's an investment. I must repay that loan plus a return on top. And people vote for a guy who has borrowed to campaign. So if I would ask the question, why do you want to go into politics? Is it a calling? If you find yourself in a position of leadership, remember that it is for a limited time. It's a temporary privilege. Don't squander it. Make use of it, make an impact on society, on institutions, and then leave your legacy and pass on the baton